Good evening, everybody. Oh, I think it's a better evening than that. I know there's great. Let's try that again. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to St. Charles Parish and to our Raise the Roof fundraiser. And we just thank you all so much for your support and just for coming out and being here with us tonight on a rainy Friday, May evening. I know we're so excited and honored that Emmet and Seamus are here again, gracing us with their amazing talent. But for the next few minutes, for the next half hour, we're going to have some local talent from our parish here kind of serenade us a little bit. The very first group that's going to come up, here at St. Charles Parish, we're affiliated with quite a few schools and elementary schools. And so these lovely, beautiful ladies are from St. Charles School, and they are the ukulele group led by Miranda. And where's your teacher? She's the one lovingly video recording them on her phone. So, St. Charles School is happy to introduce the grade 6 ukulele leaders. Playing together for the past 3 years, these talented young students have become an important part of the school's culture. Every Monday and Tuesday at recess, these girls are inspiring younger students with their talent. This year alone, they have taught over 50 other grades, 4 to 6 students, to learn to play the ukulele. Spreading their talent by teaching other students is pretty amazing. You guys are awesome. So they are going to play for us today a couple songs. Is it Try first? Try, which they have created themselves. They wrote it themselves. And here I am to worship. So please give a warm welcome to this great success.
All you gotta do is try.
Aren't they amazing? I just love them. Love their voices. Okay, the next to sing for us is the Davy Damo Trio. So they're just setting up here. And I forgot to mention, the Raise the Roof fundraiser is because during the winter our roof was leaking. So we had to repair it, and then we had to get a loan to do that. So this is going to help kind of pay for that. So that's why it's the Raise the Roof fundraiser. All right. So, Davy Dowell is a vocalist and musician who has been involved in many shows with Edmonton Musical Theatre and performs as a solo artist around town from time to time. He has had the opportunity to share the stage with the likes of Alfie Zabacosta, Saskatchewan's Jack Selman, and even sang backup for Johnny Reid live on CBC for the 2010 Canadian Country Music Awards. Since then, Davy has been a band director and live music event producer, and he also sings with us here at St. Charles Parish. We're so lucky. Chad Alexander is on guitar. He's played locally and nationally in various styles of bands for 20 years, including various recording artists and cover acts. He's proficient in many guitar styles and plays various other stringed instruments, such as the mandolin and banjo. Brad Heinzman on the keys is a graduate from the Royal Conservatory of Music and University of Toronto. He is an accomplished pianist, composer, arranger, and producer. As well, Brad has been an accompanist for many dance and theatre companies in the city, most notably the Alberta Ballet. So they are delighted to perform for you tonight, and I'm just going to hand over the mic to Davey. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. How's everybody doing tonight? You all psyched and ready for Emmet? Oh, come on, you gotta do better than that. Let me hear you cheer. Are you all ready for Emmet tonight? Okay, I'm gonna sing a nice Michael Bublé song for you. Hopefully everybody knows who Michael Bublé is, right? See if you know this one. You can sing along with me if you can, okay? You're a falling star, you're a getaway car, you're a line in the sand when I go too far. You're a swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play coy, and it's kinda cute when you smile at me and know exactly what you do. So baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing. You're every line, you're every word, you're my everything. You're a carousel, you're a wishing well, and you light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery, you're from outer space, you're every minute of my everyday. And I can't believe all that I'm in, and I get to kiss you, baby, just because I can. Whatever comes our way, we'll see it through, and you know that's what love can do. In this crazy life, oh, through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing. You're every line, you're every word, you're my everything. Take it away, Chad. Clap your hands, everybody, come on. Woo! Okay, it's your turn to sing with me here. It goes la 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 la. Let me hear you. And in this crazy life, oh, through the sing along. 'Cause you're my everything. Come on. You're my everything. All right, sing along with me. Here we go. Sing la 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 la. Hey. La 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 la. Thank you. Enjoy the show tonight.
Thank you so much, Davey Damo Trio. That was lovely. That was love. Thank you. I think I'm funny, but but thank you for the pity laughter. Here at St. Charles, we have 4 services a weekend. So we have lots of different groups that and soloists that come and kind of help lead the congregation in song. This next group here is called the Graduates. They are called that because they once were part of the children's choir and they've graduated up into our youth choir. And they're just lovely people. They wrote here that they were brought together by my encouragement. And the Graduates consist of junior high to university students in our St. Charles community here. We are so lucky to have you guys. You guys are lovely. So thank you so much. And they are going to sing a couple songs, Oceans and Do Something. So give a warm welcome for the Graduates.
And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I have
something.
He said I did. I greeted you. If not us, then who? If not me and you. Right now, it's time for us to do something. If not now, then when will we see again to all this pain? It's time for us to do nothing. It's time for us to do something. So tired of talking about how we all got hands and feet, but it's easier said than to be. Live like angels of apathy who tell ourselves it's alright. Somebody else will do something.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of life, no desire. I don't want to flame, I want to fire.
I'll be the one who stands up and says, I'm gonna do something.
If not us, then who? If not me and you. Right now, it's time for us to do something. If not now, then when will we see again all this pain? It's not enough to do nothing. It's time for us to do something. We are the salt of the earth. We're a city on the earth. We're never gonna change the world by standing still. Won't stand still. If not us, then who? If not me and you. Right now, it's time for us to do something. If not now, then when will we see again all this pain? It's not enough to do nothing. It's time for us to do
Thank you so much, the graduates. They rehearse themselves, they lead themselves, they're amazing. So thank you guys. We're so lucky to have you here. And our last local talent is our St. Charles Choir. We rehearse every Monday, mostly, unless it's a long weekend, and sometimes we go away to camp. But yeah, we try to get together once a week, and our members range from people who just joined us this year to people who've been singing with choirs for 35 years. So we're really, I've been music director here for almost 5 years, I believe, and so I'm just really lucky to be their director. They work hard and they're just amazing people. So give your hands up for the St. Charles Choir.
Beyond my fears, from death into life.
Surely your kindness and mercy follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of my God forevermore.
made this event possible. My husband Joe back there, who's helping with sound, and he's pretty awesome. And everything, taking care of the kids when I'm here. From all the musicians to Father Jack letting us do everything, whatever we want. And just everything from selling tickets, Lisa and Steph and Jenny for helping out, and Amber as well. And just if I missed someone, I'm so sorry, but thank you so much, and I think tonight's a success. So thank you for the Raise the Roof night. And so without further ado, a big warm welcome to Seamus on the piano. And Emmet Cahill.
You turn the speaker on, it usually helps. Reset. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me save that thou art. Thou my best thought in the day or the night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my life. Be thou my wisdom, and thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my great Father, and I thy true Son. Be thou in me dwelling, and I with thee one. Riches I heed not, nor man's empty praise. Be thou mine inheritance, now and always. Thou and thou only, the first in my heart. High King of heaven, my treasure thou art. High King of heaven, the victory won. May I reach heaven's joys, O bright heaven's sun. But of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, O ruler of all. Still be my vision, O ruler of all. If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, Then maybe at the closing of your day, you can sit and watch the moon rise over Claddagh and see the sun go down on Galway Bay, just to hear again the ripple of the trout stream, the women in the meadows making hay, and to sit beside a turf fire in a cabin and watch the barefoot cousins as they play. Oh, the breeze is blowing o'er the sea from Ireland, are perfumed by the heathers as they blow, and the women in the uplands digging praties speak a language that the strangers do not know. Oh, the strangers came and tried to teach us their ways. They scorned us just for being what we are, but they may as well go chasing after moonbeams or light a penny candle from a star. And if there's going to be a life hereafter, and somehow I know there's going to be, I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that dear land across the Irish Sea. I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that dear land across the Irish Sea. Thank you so much. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all hear me okay? How are you all this evening? Good? I'm good too. It's good, it's great to be here. It's not just good to be here, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for such a wonderful welcome. What a great honor it is for us to be back in your beautiful church, visiting your wonderful community, and this has been an evening I've been looking forward to for so long. The last time we were here was October 2017, Renee, I think. So it's been a while, too long, in fact. So much has happened, and I simply couldn't tell you it all, and I wouldn't get any singing in if I. And you did come here to hear me sing. Let's be honest. Although some people say to me, you know, we like your accent, you can just talk. In fact, yeah, the accent comes natural. The singing I had to work for a little bit. In fact, I was playing a concert in Middletown, New Jersey, just south of New York, in March, and people used to joke and say to me, you know, as a compliment, they used to say, you know, you could sing the phone book, and we'd love it. And I used to just say, okay, thank you, yes. Until someone turned up to my show with a phone book and said, well, prove yourself. So I had to I think it was like some auto trader advert I sang out of, just made it up. So I left the phone book in the hotel, I didn't bring it tonight, but I know you're all so disappointed. But instead of the phone book, I have the great pleasure of singing some of my favorite church hymns and Irish songs. And did you recognize this first couple of pieces? Be Thou My Vision, and the beautiful Galway Bay. So I think we'll continue on with another Celtic song for you now, but we're gonna go even further east than Ireland. We're gonna go to the country of Scotland. This song is called Wild Mountain Thyme, or better known as Will You Go Lassie Go. And if you know this, please do join in with us. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the white mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'd all go together to pluck white mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will build all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'd all go together to pluck white mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she were gone, I would surely find another where wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck white mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck white mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck white mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall softly on your feet, and until we meet again, may you keep safe in the gentle, loving arms of God. For everything there abide. In all things, God is near, always guiding your way. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall softly on your fields, and until we meet again, may you keep safe in the gentle, loving arms of God. For everything there is a season, a time for laughter, a time for tears and pain. In all things, God is near, always guiding your way. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall softly on your fields, and until we meet again, may you keep safe in the gentle, loving arms of God. May you keep safe in the gentle, loving arms of God. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Guno Ave Maria. And what a beautiful hymn. And I guess that particular piece of music, well, not only that, but church hymns in general, liturgical music, is where my musical journey began before I ever sang an Irish song or a piece of opera or a Broadway piece. I was singing in church. That's where I began. My dad is a church organist and my mom was a singer, so every Sunday we would be brought along as children to sing at choir. And from a very young age, in fact so young that, you know, when you're 2.5 and you're brought along to church on a Sunday, the main objective is probably to keep you quiet as opposed to anything else, and make sure you don't scream and break something along the way. So I was a hard child to keep quiet, I will admit that. I can't imagine, I know you can't imagine that, but as I suppose we grew up and we learned how to sing. My mom was our first teacher. My dad taught us how to play the piano, and my mom taught us how to sing. And it was a case of a few years later, it was stand at the front and make as much noise as possible. But it's a really such an enjoyable aspect of what we get to do in coming to wonderful churches like you have here at St. Charles and performing these beautiful hymns, because it brings me back to my beginnings in music. And I think these hymns and these beautiful words are so poignant, not only when we're in church, but for everyday life. And I wanted to include a song for you this evening that is religious and spiritual in nature, but wasn't specifically written, we'll say, for church. It's a song called My Forever Friend, written by a songwriter from Liverpool by the name of Charlie Lansborough. And the words of this song, I think everyone can take a personal, I suppose, have a personal connection to, because the song speaks of that very personal thing we all have, which is our relationship with Jesus, the thing that we know best. It's personal to every single one of us. And as we go through our journey in life, from being small children in the choir right up to adulthood, that relationship evolves and changes, and it has some wonderful moments, but also some challenging moments. And the song reminds us that no matter what we go through in life, whatever life may take us, whatever challenges may be in front of us, that the one thing we can always depend on, the one thing we can always turn to, is our relationship with Jesus, and we can always depend on that. So this song is very appropriately called My Forever Friend.
Everybody needs a little help sometimes. No one stands alone. Makes no difference if you're just a child like me, or a king upon a throne. For there are no exceptions. We all stand in line. Everybody needs a friend. Let me tell you of mine. He's my forever friend, my leave me never friend. From darkest nights to rainbow's end, he's my forever friend. Even when I turn away, he cares for me. His love no one can shake. Even as I walk away, he's by my side with every step I take. And sometimes I forget him, my halo fails to shine. Sometimes I am not his friend, but he's always mine. He's my forever friend, my leave me never friend. From darkest nights to rainbow's end, he's my forever friend. If you still don't know the one I'm talking of, I think it's time you knew. Long ago and far away upon a cross, my friend died for you. And if you'd like to meet him and you don't know what to do, ask my friend into your heart, and he'll be your friend too. He's my forever friend, my leave me never friend. From darkest nights to rainbow's end, he's my forever friend. He's my forever friend.
What a beautiful song and a wonderful sentiment. I think that we can all take with us. So a big part of my, I suppose, the last 8 years of my life has been touring. I've spent much of that time away from my home country of Ireland. Did I mention I was Irish today? It was on the poster, I think. So now you know. But I've had the great pleasure of touring all over the world, and music has been a blessing in my life. It's taken me to all over America, all over Canada, Australia, Tasmania, New Zealand, and it's allowed me to, I suppose, live out my dream of performing music that I love. But aside from that, it's also given me a great perspective on various cultures. I've been in virtually every state in America. I've been through Canada. I've been in every province many, many times. I've been here to Edmonton many times before. And one of the most interesting things has been discovering the makeup of countries. And of course, Canada is a country that's made up of not only Canadians, but people from all over the world. And the immigrant story is a big part of the Canada that we know of today. I mean, to be honest with you, everyone here in this church this evening, your ancestors came from somewhere else. We're I suppose a concoction of countries from all over the world, and it's so interesting to see the diversity of that, and it's wonderful how people come together, not only with communities of faith, but music is the thing that kind of brings us all together. So I wanted to include a song that speaks of the immigrant story, and obviously, particularly for me, the Irish immigrant story is something that's very relevant. I'm just wondering, is anyone here who has Irish ancestry? Wow, quite a few of you. Well, there's Irish in the house. There are people, I'm sure, from the four corners of the globe, from Africa, South America, Asia, Europe. So it's wonderful to see that diversity. So I wanted to include this song that tells the immigrant story, and it's a song called Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. And it speaks of the life of a young Irish girl by the name of Annie Moore, who at 15 years of age was the first immigrant to pass through Ellis Island off the coast of New York in January 1892. With nothing but the bag in her back and uncertainty in an unknown land, she is a symbol for the millions of people who have travelled from their home countries to countries like here in Canada to find a new life and a better life for themselves, for their families, and indeed for us. So I want you to think of those people this evening, remember them through the story of Annie Moore.
On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And first to cross the threshold of the Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was all of 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past history, with her dreams for the future in the land of liberty. And courage is the passport when your old world disappears. But there's no future in the past when you're 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for centuries. And in springtime when I came here and I stepped onto its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you were 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind.
Thank you so much. So, a little bit earlier, I asked you to sing along with me. And I don't know, was the mic kind of low or something? Maybe you couldn't. But I'm a great believer in second chances. I am a forgiving soul. So you might join me for this next one. Everywhere I go, everyone I meet they all say, I know an Irish song. And this is one of those songs that everybody knows. So there's no excuses. And it's a song called An Irish Lullaby. And we might have a little rehearsal of the song together. So we're ready. What do you think? Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. You can sway if you want. Tooraloo-ra-la. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Hush. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra-la. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. That's an Irish lullaby. Over in Killarney many years ago, me mother sang a song to me in tones so sweet and low. Just a simple little ditty in her good old Irish way. And I'd give the world if she could sing that song to me this day. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra-la. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Hush, now don't you cry. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra-la. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. That's an Irish lullaby. Often dreams I wander to that cot again. I feel her softly hugging me as when she held me then. And I hear her voice a-humming to me as in days of yore, when she used to rock me fast asleep outside the cabin door. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra-la. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Hush. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra-la. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. That's an Irish lullaby. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Hush, now don't you cry. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra-la. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. That's an Irish lullaby. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for singing. See, I knew I'd get you to sing. So, one of the things we always love to do whenever we go on tour and play in churches is, of course, get to know the music element of the church very, very well, and we've got to know Renee very well over the last 18 months or so, and we know you have a very active music ministry here at St. Charles. So I simply couldn't arrive here this evening without getting everyone else involved too. Because I'm working very hard up here, and I think I need to get everyone working. So you have wonderful choirs here, and you have a wonderful youth choir. So I'd love to invite the folks up. They're going to get assembled here, and not only do we have an ensemble of singers, we have singers and we have a full ukulele orchestra with us this evening. And we have singing ukulele, and we have, of course, the graduates, I think these young people call themselves now. They used to have a different name, and I think they've graduated to another level, so they needed a new name, needless to say. So we were chatting through what we might do with the kids, and I always loved musicals and movies, and the sound of music is one that I love. And I know these guys have been practicing really hard. So together we're going to perform, and for the first time ever, for me, I've performed with orchestras, but this is my debut with the ukulele orchestra. We're going to perform a beautiful song called Edelweiss.
Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Renee Bissell, the graduations, and the ukulele orchestra. Thank you so much, guys. Now that the challenge has been put to me, I have to go and learn the ukulele so I can join the orchestra. I'll have to do my audition the next time I come back. Beautifully played, guys. Thank you so much. Those guys put so much work. I think they deserve another. The standards have been set high here, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have your wonderful adult choir to join us. This is great. I very rarely have two choirs and an orchestra wherever I go. We should all go on tour together. Although we'll need a slightly bigger SUV, I think. But you have a wonderful adult choir here, and you're very blessed to have such wonderful music here in the church. And I think it's a hugely important part of, I suppose, the faith, the sense of community. As I said, I can only speak as one witness to how important music is in church and how it brings us all together. So we wanted to, the folks, I don't know how they found out what my favorite song was, but they did. And this is the beautiful Moon River. Thank you so much, guys. What a beautiful song. I think that's a song that displays sometimes the amazing ability that music has to connect us to our experiences and our memories. Whether that's you take a piece of music or a song and sometimes it can transport you through time to a special place, a special moment in your life, or make you remember a special person. I think it's very important to hold that dear and for music to be personal for you all. So a song like Moon River, I immediately think of my grandmother. It was one of her favorite songs and takes me back to her. And I'm sure there are certain pieces of music that do that for you as well. So I've been doing an awful lot of singing and talking up here. And one of the things that I insisted on when I was coming back to the church was that Renee would sing for you. A very talented lady. So she's going to perform a solo for you. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll take a little break and please welcome up Renee Biscuit.
Good evening, everybody. I was so honored when he asked me to come sing a song for you. I've been attending this church ever since, I wasn't much shorter, but I was a lot younger. It was about 30 years ago. And I've been singing here in the music ministry, and now I'm honored to be the director here, the music director. And but what a lot of parishioners might not know is my love for musical theater. So the song I'm going to sing for you tonight is from the show Wicked. And it's coming next summer. And I'm going to be singing for you Defying Gravity. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try to find
So Wicked's coming when?
Next summer.
Next? Okay.
I think 2020.
When do you start rehearsals?
Oh.
Wasn't that just amazing? So great. As a big Broadway fan, it's one of my favorite songs. It's just fantastic. Well, and the other condition that I did set out, I absolutely refused to come back to this beautiful parish without Renee agreeing to sing one with me as well. So we're gonna sing a beautiful piece called The Prayer.
Symbol
gentlemen. Renee. She does fantastic. Now, this isn't just a very special date because of our return to your church today. It's this young lady's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Renee. Happy birthday to you. We got her some beautiful chocolates you can enjoy.
You can share with me after.
Yeah. And as long as, I'm sure Joe and the kids will have a word to say about those chocolates later on, so. But it's your birthday, so it's up to you. But thank you so much, Renee, for your beautiful singing. And Renee's the main reason why we first came to this parish in October 17 and why we're back this evening. So it's not only our pleasure to be able to perform concerts, but to make lifelong friends and work with other wonderful singers. You have your choirs and Renee here, of course, as well. So you're very blessed. I think I can say that with great certainty. So we always leave a little section of our concerts for requests. And what we do is we put together a request medley, if you recall the last time we were here. And it's always very interesting. So what we do, we'll take a verse and chorus of a few songs, put them together, and see what sort of concoction materializes. So we'll take a few of your requests and we'll see how we get on. So we'll try and be as diplomatic as possible. We'll take one from each section. First hand up. Yes. Panis Angelicus. First hand up.
Nessun Dorma.
Nessun Dorma is, do you know what? I don't know Nessun Dorma very well, but we will do an Italian operatic style piece for you, for sure. The girl at the back. Bit of Cavan Girl, sure. An Irish folk song. The lady at the back there, go for it. Yes. Imagine. Okay, I'll look at a bit of that. I'll have to maybe get the words. Ariana? Beauty and the Beast. Ooh, a popular choice there, Ariana. And one here. A bit of Go the Distance. Okay, this is we'll take one from the kids' choir. We'll have to, yes. Let it go. I might have to literally let that one go. I mean, we just had Edina Menzel here, so I actually don't know. I must be one of the few people in the world that hasn't seen Frozen. Okay, very last one, the gentleman in the back. Bit of Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Okay, thank you so much. We have a concert at 7:30 in Calgary tomorrow, so. You got lots of time, yeah, sure.
Baby Shark.
She has a birthday request.
Baby Shark? Yes. It's kind of out of my range. It's a bit complicated.
I really wouldn't want to hear music.
Yeah. Okay, let's see how we go. I'll have to guess. As I walk the road from Killashandra, weary I'm sat down, for it's 12 long miles around the lake
to get to Cavan Town. The water and the road I go once seemed beyond compare. Now I curse the time it takes to reach my Cavan girl so fair. The autumn shades are on the leaves, the trees will soon be bare. Each red coat leaf around me sees the color of her hair. My gaze retreats, defies my feet, and once again I sigh for the broken pool of sky reminds me the color of her eyes. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion through. Imagine all the people living a life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Panis angelicus, fit panis feeling small. When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled waters, I'ma lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. I'ma lay me down. I will ease your mind. Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast. Ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise. Tale as old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong. Certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as wine, Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as wine, Beauty and the I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance, I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be
so much. There's a Seamus Brett on piano.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Mr. Emmet Cahill.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for such a wonderful welcome this evening. We got through our medley. We got there. We had, and there was no Baby Shark, definitely not. But I appreciate it from a distance, I really do. I'll learn it in Italian maybe someday. Folks, thank you so much for such a wonderful reception this evening. Sadly, we are coming towards the end of our time with you, but before we leave you, I just want to say a huge thanks to everyone here at St. Charles Parish for not only making us feel welcome this evening, but for making us feel at home and part of your community, as they did the last time you were here and every time I visit this wonderful church. You have a fantastic community here, and you can sense that from the moment you come into the building. From everyone who helped prepare the church this evening, I think it's only fitting that we give both our choirs a wonderful round of applause once again. Thank you guys. Father, I know you'll be leaving the community very soon, and from behalf of myself and Seamus, I want to thank you for making us feel so welcome every time we come back here to St. Charles. I know they're going to miss you dearly. Well, thank you for, I suppose, welcoming us, and it's tonight's a very special night, but I know so much goes into keeping this community vibrant, moving forward tonight and throughout the year, and that wouldn't happen without all of you being here supporting tonight, supporting the fundraising efforts that are going on tonight to continue to keep this church the wonderful place it is. A huge thanks once again to not only your music director, but a great friend of mine, Miss Renee Bissell, for your beautiful singing. Thank you. And a massive thanks to Joe and Silent Joe. Thank you so much for everything. Once again, this evening couldn't be possible without your support, for supporting your church, but also for supporting myself and Seamus. We get to do what we love, and it's all thanks to you being here this evening. I will be down at the door afterwards, so please, if you want to come up and say hello, please do come and say hello. Since I was with you last, a lot has happened in my life. I've been touring, I've played, I'm delighted to say I played Carnegie Hall last year, my debut in New York, which was and so much has happened. And indeed, at the start of this year, we recorded a brand new album called Blessings of Music. The reason I called it Blessings of Music, because music has been a blessing in my life, but it's also allowed me to travel the world, to make lifelong friends. And music and faith are the reasons why we're all here this evening. So it's been a wonderful thing in connecting us all and giving us special nights like this evening. So we'll be down the front afterwards. If you want to pick up a copy of the album, I hope you enjoy it. Many of the songs you heard tonight are on there, and if any of you guys have it and want me to sign or do photos, I'm happy to hang around and see you all afterwards. I'd love to thank you personally for being here. I guess I couldn't come the whole way to St. Charles Parish here in Edmonton, Alberta, from my home of Mullingar in Ireland, without singing for you the song of all Irish songs.
Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen, and down the mountainside. The summer's gone, and all the flowers are dying. 'Tis you must go, and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh Danny boy, I love you so. And when you come, and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear those soft dew tread above me, and o'er my grave will warmer, sweeter be. For you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I will sleep in peace until you come to
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Seamus Brett on piano.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Emmet Cahill. Okay, I want you all to stay standing and I want you to lift the roof. Just one more time.
When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring. Hold hands. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, shall they steal your heart away? When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, should they steal your heart away?
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.